breath, I'm just gonna mutter, "No one nuzzles Reeve."
All right. And with that, that is the combat. Oh.
I want to check out this throne.
Alrighty. You can make an, or what are you trying to do? Do you want to do an investigative, or are you trying to check something specifically?
Yeah, I'll just investigate. Like, I want to look at the runes and all the stuff on it.
Okay.
Holy.
Jesus. Okay. Let me change the music real quick. So as you go, as you go to investigate, with that investigation, you're getting a very like in-depth research look at everything. And so as you come up to the altar, let me pull up my notes real quick. You look at the runes, and they look vaguely familiar. The runes look like they're probably written in Infernal. But unless you speak Infernal or know Infernal, you don't know what they say.
I'll copy them down.
Okay. The pictograms, you see various little pictograms that look like what may be like crude goblins, and they seem to be like kind of like all kind of worshipping this kind of quadrupedal dog monkey creature that might be what this thing that you fought. You also kind of look around, you see there are various piles of bones all over the place, but you see specifically on the altar are like an arrangement of like finger bones, a small arrangement of like femurs. You do look, some of them look to be goblin femurs, but some of them are also human. So it seems to be a mixture of like goblin bones, human bones, and there's actually even some halfling bones in there as well. All picked clean. You look around. There's also, you see behind the altar to the right, kind of like over here ish, seems to be like a pile of discarded items. And in that pile, you see in the light a glittering of what looks to be coins. These coins, as you go to inspect them, looks to be approximately 67 gold. I'll type it in here. 67 gold, 44 silver, and 21 copper. It looks to be just a pile of coins that are just discarded off to the side. As well as you see what looks to be a wooden box on the altar, just kind of positioned off to the left of it. Ornate, it also kind of seems to have runes on it in Infernal, and it's closed. So it's, yeah, a closed wooden box.
I do not open it, but I take it.
Okay. As you go to pick it up, it seems relatively light, and as you pick it up, it's not latched by anything. There's no latch, so the kind of like the top kind of wavers a little bit. It's like it's like a thin kind of light wooden top, just kind of bounces a little bit.
Close it.
Okay, and you can hear something slightly rattle inside as it moves, basically.
Sorry, can I look down this hallway while they're kind of like looking around over there?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
So it's a 22. I only have disadvantage in bright lights.
Right. Okay. So as you kind of look in and kind of walk down, it seems like this is just where the stream goes, and it seems to kind of wind down a tunnel, and that kind of continues on until it hits a point in the rock wall, where it's just like a little hole in the rock wall, and the small hole, and the stream kind of runs into it, out of sight, and you can't see where it goes any farther.
And just while I've been thinking about it, do we need to get this guy's ear? The big boy?
Yeah, let's get it for proof. But I think this thing kind of just
It doesn't
killed
have a
some
goblin
goblins.
here.
Is he
It
still
doesn't have
a
a ear now, but
weird thing, or do you transform back?
he still looks like this creature.
Okay.
Yo, can we just
Uh,
get his head? Like, straight up?
Are you gonna carry his head? Cause I'm not.
That entirely depends on how much it weighs.
How long does enlarge last?
1 minute.
Yeah, that is now
Probably over.
sophisticated. Reeve, you have squashed down into your normal size.
I chopped the ear off just in case.
How much can a head weigh?
I mean, I got some space. I'll carry it if I can.
If we want to set that box down in the corner, I can mage hand it open.
Let's do it outside, maybe.
Sure.
I think we have
Does
more to
someone above our
explore.
pay grade open that?
Do what?
Someone who's over our pay grade open that.
I will make a slight revision.
Oh no.
The the runes around the box are not infernal. They're just look to be some weird etched runes that you can't make out. Just weird like carvings. They're not
But it's just a fancy box.
kind of, yes.
Okay. I'll open it then.
Okay. You open
What's in
the box, and you see what looks to be like a wooden shaft. At the end of the wooden
Nice.
shaft is this rock. It looks to be a yellowish, kind of like a dirty yellow color, topaz-ish, and it's encased at the end of this wooden shaft with like looks like a clawed hand, like 4 clawed. So it's like gripping it, and the gem is within the 4 claws. It's kind of like a pointed kind of gem, topaz gem.
I'm picturing
Um,
the Jurassic Park mosquito.
The amber.
Yeah, but it's not as ovalish. It's more like teardrop shaped. Yeah. So, as well as in the box seems to be a very tattered looking, smudged, torn up piece of parchment.
What's on the paper?
I'm glad you asked. So as you reach in and take out the piece of paper and you open it up, it seems to be a very worn piece of parchment. It's smudged with like black, almost like charcoal and dirt. It's torn in several places, but what looks to be on it is a scattering of runic-shaped words, I guess. Very haphazardly and poorly drawn in charcoal. And at the bottom of this parchment, in the bottom right-hand corner, looks to be a eyeball drawn in like black charcoal, with the bottom of the eye a dripping kind of red color. And it looks like this.
Is this your paint project?
No.
Yay.
Looks beautiful. What do you mean?
You did very good. The bleeding eyeball.
Can I do? I don't even know if I'll be able to do anything with
That
this.
says loofah. That says FIFA.
Oh my
Jif.
god.
Pie.
How do ritual spells work, Prism?
In my studies, Prism, would I be able to see if I can recall anything on this? The writing or anything?
As you look at it, so right now, I guess, Kane, are you gonna let Jobu look
at class.
Okay. What languages do you know, Jobu?
Probably not this language. Hold on. Where do I find it? Languages.
And Drummond, were you looking at this as well?
Yeah, I guess just hover over or beside Jobu and look at it.
Okay. Well, what languages do you know? And Kaina as well.
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Symbian.
Okay.
I just know nothing apparently. Where do I find my languages again?
It's on the left side.
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Ah, true. Oh, Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
Okay. And then Kaina, I think that's about what you know as well. Right?
I posted it. Common, Elvish, Marquesian,
Oh, sorry.
Newash, and Zendian.
Yeah. Okay. You guys, all three of you, kind of look over it. And you can't make out the runes. It doesn't seem like a runic language that would be Elvish or any of the kind of common languages. It doesn't seem Draconic either. So you three are kind of coming up with a blank on what language this is.
Can I do like a history or?
History. What kind of? What are you thinking of?
Like, does it look like, you know how like Spanish will look like Portuguese, or does this look like anything that I would have seen ever?
Okay. Make a history check. You picked up something similar when you were going through some of your lessons and the various kind of books you read. There was one book that you didn't spend too much time on, but that had was talking about like the mountains and some of the giant kin.
Yo.
And their kind of
Oh.
stuff, and that kind of reminds you of that, but yeah.
Oh, you guys need someone who reads giant?
Yeah, hold on.
Hmm.
It's your boy.
But Reeve doesn't want to look at that, doesn't want to touch it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to touch it. If you guys hold it up from like 6 feet away, like, I can try and take a peek. Alright, I can read giant.
Okay, so Reeve, as you walk over, like I said, this thing is pretty battered. As you look at it, it does seem like it is written in giant. But this is a little game. It's hard to read. You're gonna have to try to decipher exactly what this is saying. So you will need maybe a pen and paper.
Oh.
But what did Nimdath, were you also gonna look at this?
Yeah, sure. I'll walk over.
Okay. So both of you are looking at this. What we're gonna do here is all these ruins are something. I'd like for you to point at a ruin you'd like to decipher, and each of these things are individual ruins. Oh, sorry, not turn over. Like
This one.
Okay. So if you decipher that, that would tell you that all of the runes that look like that, it would be what letter it is. Okay. So let me pull up my thing here. Okay. We'll say Reeve pick one, and then Nimdath pick one. Reeve, roll an intelligence check for me.
And
This man Omega smart.
Okay.
Ooh.
So as you look at that.
What is? It is almost done. Come and bring totem. The long peaks. Southwest of Asarius. Ruin comes. We did it!
Yeah, you did it.
We solved our
So-
first puzzle.
As you guys begin to piece through this letter within this box, it seems to be addressed to this creature, written in strange, poorly written giant, and this letter's all torn. And along with the letter, of course, in the box was this wooden shaft with a rock at the end, which maybe you think is maybe the totem it's referring to.